Hey everyone, my name is Nadav, and I'm very happy to be here and to meet you all. Usually we will meet face to face, but these are not traditional times and we need to meet online. Some people would say it's a bad thing, but I think it's a great opportunity to reach more people. I'm the founder and the CEO of Expecting. Expecting is a new digital platform that set as a target to centralize the third party market. Expecting is the only platform that centralizes agencies, surrogates, and egg donors. So IP and potential donors can easily search, compare, and communicate in order to start their process. I'm sure that many of you heard about us, but those who didn't will hear now. As you probably understand, I'm an entrepreneur and a big fan of technology. I'm here to speak with you about the digital transformation and acceleration in the world pre and post the notorious COVID-19, and eventually how it meets with the third party reproduction market. So let's start. COVID brought years of change to almost every single market. Companies have accelerated their digitalization by 3 to 4 years, and the shares of the digital product has accelerated by 7 years. See, things changed last March when the world closed and we had to stay at home and could not reach to our loved ones, and we had to communicate only throughout digital and to adapt to the new reality. But our story started long before the COVID. The technology has increasingly become a big part of our life. I think that one of the most important stages was back at 2006 or so, when we all met the iPhone that reached to the palm of our hand, and suddenly we had a small device that not only enabled us to make calls, but also listen to music, to search the web, to shop, to learn, and to do almost everything with this small, tiny computer. So as I said, most of the aspects of our life change and had some digital transformation. School, for example, in the format that we all used to sit in class, drastically changed. Office work, most of us had started working from home. Physical exercise, we started exercise at home and find out that we don't need to go to the gym in order to get into shape. And doctor's appointment, which haven't changed God knows how long, suddenly become online as well. Lenin said there are decades where nothing happened and there are weeks when decades happen. And I think this described accurately the past year. We can see it with the acceleration of e-commerce. For the past 10 years, we faced a slow and steady growth, and suddenly within only 8 weeks, it is just balloon and exploded. So let's start dig a bit about how decades happen in weeks in the telehealth, e-learning, remote working, banking, how food delivery changed and become the big winners of the COVID, and of course, e-commerce. Let's talk about education. In the past, we studied the same as our grandparents and their grandparents did. We had a teacher sitting in the class, we had a blackboard, chalk, at a certain point we had a marker, but the technique was the same. The number of students were limited to the number of chairs. In colleges, it is hard to get accepted to certain courses due to the demand and the limitation of students that can fit in a classroom. But suddenly today, students can attend the courses from home with a computer, and the teacher can reach thousand or even million students at once. Now, think about the option today that students from a distant poor country can take online courses in one of the Ivy League institutions at an affordable price. It's something that is going to change education for good. Let's see how it affects the food delivery in two aspects. First is the grocery delivery. Grocery app downloads are up by 337%. That is huge. Even my parents that never did grocery delivery, as they prefer to go to the market and to handpick everything, were forced to do so for the first time. Now, the other aspect of the food delivery is the restaurant, obviously, that in one day had to shut down, and in order to survive, they had to reinvent themselves, and all of them had to do delivery. Now, for example, bars started to do alcohol delivery, which, by the way, skyrocketed during the lockdown, and also to create cocktail kits so you can easily make your favorite cocktail at home together with the kids. Restaurant even started to do flower delivery, which is very initiative. The small businesses that knew how to reinvent themselves survived the COVID and can say that they even face some growth. Remote working, well, that was not a fun thing for me. Trying to work while your children are with you and you need to make them listen to the teacher on Zoom. They don't have the patience for that. So you need to work during the night, which deleted the boundaries between work and home. The good thing was that you didn't have to be stuck on traffic for a couple of hours every day. So during the COVID, if looking at the numbers, the remote working was 74%. And according to the survey, people said that given the choice, they would like to work almost half of the time from home, which is something big. I think this is going to stay with us for a long time. Companies are talking about not breaking back for full time in office all the employees. I think it's going to be something hybrid, part time at office and part time working from home. The banks tried to move to digital for a long time, and now they had to do it very fast. Well, banks are not now as fast adopters, and still they managed to do it in some way. We are not carrying cash as we did, and I think that with time, credit card will slowly vanish too, as digital payments via mobile will take its place. 35% of the customers increased their online banking usage during COVID-19, and it's expected to increase even after the COVID will end. So e-commerce, well, almost everything is e-commerce now. Almost all of our shopping, from toilet papers to cars, moved online, and e-commerce is booming. During the COVID, facing store closures and empty shelves, shoppers turned to Amazon. Amazon, Walmart, and others saw their online sales skyrocket, prompting them to hire thousands of additional workers, while others had to let the workers go. So e-commerce had a wonderful time during the COVID. Health. Honestly, the healthcare responded rapidly. Doctors have begun delivering telemedicine with the help of flexible regulation. We are now able to get online prescription, and the prediction is that more than 1 billion telehealth visits are expected to occur by year's end. Now, since COVID, 5% of the Americans have used telehealth for the first time, and 9 out of 10 respondents said they will be willing to use telehealth again. So this is the place to say, once you go digital, you never go physical again. So this is one of my favorite quotes. It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent one. It is the one most adaptable to change. Charles Darwin, and he was spot on. Many businesses suffered during lockdown, but the ones who adapted quickly not only survived, but thrived. It's no wonder that Wix grew dramatically, as many businesses had to build their online presence for the first time. So in 2020, Wix grew by 50%, and if we will take Zoom, for example, the daily user ballooned to more than 200 million. This is huge. After all this, the third-party reproduction cannot and should not stay behind. Third-party reproduction had changed during COVID as well. People who have been in isolation for a long time have recognized their need to be parents, and this is why we see that the demand of intended parents has actually increased. The clinics were closed or work with small staff. Same thing happened to the agencies. Travel for fertility processes were limited, obviously for people outside of the US. Donors had to be tested for COVID and then get vaccinated, and this had an impact on the length of the process that is already long and make everything more complicated. So Comment emphasized the need to make it easier for people to choose the right provider for them, learn about the process in advance, and communicate with the providers online, as obviously they didn't have the luxury to step into the office and to discuss it over a coffee. So what is needed? Moving from physical interaction to digital interaction as much as possible. Now, hands down, moving to online is not an easy task for some types of businesses, but eventually it's doable. Let's talk about some of the key points to do it. You need digital marketing know-how to master all the wonderful phrases that the marketing people like, such as SEO, PPC, CPA, CRO, etc. It can be internal function or to outsource it. Social platform, very important, but so you will increase your reach to new audience, obviously. Next, meeting your target audience at the right place at the right time. You need them receptive to your message. Content is king. Educate your customer so they are better prepared to take action on your website. Monetize and optimize your process in order to reduce your customer acquisition cost, meaning how much we paid to acquire a customer. Make information easily available and transparent for services, cost, data. People want information in advance. Talk about your services. Don't hide your cost. Make it easier for the user to see. The user wants all this information. Don't block it and send them elsewhere. Also important is to update your database in real time. People don't like that the information or the profile they see are undated. And of course, move your communication to the digital arena and be proactive about it. Let's talk about documents. Today, everything should be filled online. Don't send documents to your customer to print. Rather, send them an online form. It can easily be done. It will also improve your back office tracking. I have a new printer at home. I don't like to use it. I didn't like to use it, and I never will. It's noisy, it's complicated, and it's useless. 4 key area for digital success that we're expecting follow, and I think that it's applicable to all. The first one will be redefine customer experience. Mean putting customer and their needs in front to build solution with staying power, meaning that the customer will stay and will keep coming back to you. Number 2, taking a mobile first view. We start our search online via our mobile. Important to remember that 80% of our users come from mobile. Hence, we should start designing our message on mobile as well. Number 3, developing data strategy for personalization. Building solution means knowing what data you have, what data you need, what question you need to ask of that data, and how to interpret the answers. That will allow seamless and easily experience eventually. Number 4, selecting the right technology platform. You need technology, choose the right one for your business. And this is exactly what we are doing on Expecting. We are transforming the journey to parenthood to online as much as possible. And how we are doing it? By taking our strength in machine learning, data, technology, digital marketing, to create a platform that will become the one single destination to all. And by all, we mean IPs, agencies, donor, and all the other service providers in this arena. So what are the advantages for the agency eventually on Expecting? Just to name a few: more prospects and faster, find more donors, increase online visibility, expanding international exposure. This is something that many agencies having difficult with. They are not able to reach the international audience. We provide digital communication tools to make it easier to communicate, and basically provide highly effective digital marketing and software for free. And on the other side, the advantage for the IPs and donors: no limits, showcasting all providers in one place, effortless, one quick form, and make your journey more efficient. No hassle, one point to communicate with all. You don't need to go to every agency website in order to communicate. You can do it from one place. And it's completely free, which is always nice. So to summarize, digital acceleration is everywhere. It simplifies things, but it requires time and effort. You should not stay behind, especially after the COVID. Remember, the COVID will end, but not the rapid migration to digital. We can never know when the next pandemic will hit us. And the most important question is, are you future ready? That's it, everyone. Thanks for listening. Again, my name is Nadav. If you have any question, please feel free to reach out and come visit us in Expecting.ai. We are expecting you. Stay safe.